And obviously we're all excited this year. You know, teams 10-0. Of course, we're speaking on Wednesday. They play the Citadel tonight. And then you got a huge series at Texas, and then the SEC gauntlet gets going. But it seems like Mark Kingston sort of got things rolling here in his 4th year. Just have you had the opportunity to meet him? And I don't know how much you get to watch Gamecock baseball, but just from the little bit maybe you've seen or followed, your thoughts on the state of the program.
So I think I had the opportunity to meet him for, you know, a brief second. I think it might have been my first offseason after I had gotten drafted. At that time, my girlfriend, now my fiance, she was living in Charlotte. So I went to go visit her. And we made the hour drive to Columbia it was just a fall scrimmage. I said hello to, some of the guys, and then Coach Kingston comes up and introduces himself to me. I said, unfortunately we weren't able to have a conversation. Like, this guy just introduced himself. I don't think he even knew who the hell I was. But I could just get, the vibe of, that's a guy that, these guys want to play for. They respect him and stuff like that. If there's somebody that throughout my college years, if there's one guy that Coach Kingston kind of reminds me of, in the sense of just his kind of personality on the field and how he kind of handles things, is Tim Corbin from Vandy. When we would go to Vandy, or they would even come to us, I would watch him, and he's just his instincts and stuff like that. The pitchers are playing catch before the game out in the outfield, and he's walking to every single pitcher, trying to just, see how they feel and stuff like that, having conversation. And that's what kind of, just in that, that minute of me talking to him, that's the kind of energy that I got from him. Like, he's very dedicated to what he does. But hell, Sunday, I think, was the first game that I've watched in a while. Not because, I could care less, but it's just like, it's tough getting it up here. First of all, it's a pain in the ass. But I was watching on ESPN and stuff like that. That's a dangerous team. Again, I don't know much about any of the guys on the team, other than, I guess, freaking Wes Clark, who keeps hitting dinger after dinger and shit like that. Because he's all over my Twitter feed every day that there's a game. Yeah. So, but actually, I was watching, I think his name Bosnick, right? Is that the guy who threw on Sunday?
Bosnick, yeah, the lefty.
Bosnick. Yeah. That's a guy that I see. Like, I look at him, and they're talking about his command and stuff like that. And he's a freshman. A sophomore. Sophomore, I think, or something like that.
Well, I think he's like a COVID freshman. He was there last year.
Okay.
Last year doesn't count. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Second year.
I look at him, and he like, I look back, and like, he reminds me of me, in a sense. Just, he's this close to kind of putting it all together. And I know he hasn't given up a hit in 16, 17 innings.
16 and 2/3 career innings has never given up a hit.
That's ridiculous to me.
Wild.
But like, he's this close, from putting it all together. And I mean, he's damn good as it is. But once he puts it together, I mean, that team is kind of legit. Yeah. Not kind of legit. They are legit. And I hope they go a very, very long way. Yeah. Very long way.